that kind of a show versus writing a show like Lioness or like Landman? Like, what is your? Do you have a favorite, or do you like all of them?
No, I can't say I have a favorite necessarily. You know, the fun thing about Lioness, which is sort of, I can't say it's ripped from the headlines because I've tried to be, I've tried to guess what's going to happen politically and then fictionalize that. And the fact that I've managed to be right is pretty fucking wild. I thought surely in season 2 when I said that the cartels had been listed as terrorist organizations, I'm like, this could be my 18-month cancel vacation coming. And then it fucking happened. And then it came out, and the show came out within weeks of that, and I looked really
like a soothsayer.
Yeah. So that it's a lot of fun because it's so political, and it doesn't choose a political side. It just looks at the trade craft of espionage and how it's intermingles with our military, and it's just fascinating shit to me. Just fascinating.
But there's so many different things that you have to be aware of to write the shit that you write. You know, like, is the Harrison Ford one 1923? Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
That one is fascinating too, because you got the guy who goes off to Africa, and and he comes back, and you got all these people that are trying to steal land. So it's not totally lawless, but it's on the border of lawlessness.
Yeah, you're watching. Montana in the 20s was fascinating. It was a fascinating place because you've got the 20th century, the Industrial Revolution in full swing, and you have washing machines and refrigerators and telephones and electricity, and then you're still traveling by horseback. Right?
Yeah.
So it very, very interesting, and so that's a really fun thing to explore. Right?
That one
Those
dude
windows.
who was the evil rich guy on that show.
Oh yeah,
fuck, he killed it.
Tim Dalton.
Oh my God, that's right, Tim Dalton, who was Bond at one point in time, right? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
Yes, yeah.
My God, does he play a good fucking creep?
It's twisted.
So good.
Yeah.
I forgot that it was Tim Dalton. That's how good it was.
Yeah, my wife watched that and looked at me like, how'd you think that shit up, dude? Like, I got the side eye for a couple of scenes where she's like, bro, what are you thinking?
Yeah, there's a couple scenes I wondered myself.
Yeah.
I was like, this is rough.
I was like, that's evil. Like,
Some of the S&M stuff was like, Jesus
pretty
Christ.
twisted.
But there's people like that in the world.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to I'll tell you what, my computer, I just assume that the CIA and FBI have like a whole team because the shit I look up when I'm researching, I'm like, how to make a bomb, S&M practice, CIA hot regions in the Middle East, and it's all at once, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
So
there's
I
no
know-
way they're not looking at your phone.
No, they're looking at it going,
Yeah.
Taylor's writing something new. Look at this.
I think anybody that has any influence, they probably look at your shit no matter what anyway, which is also dark. Like, we don't even know how much actual real spying on people is occurring. We're just guessing.
No, we don't have any idea. I think within the world of tradecraft, a tremendous amount.
Oh, yeah.
I think within the world of, within that world, I think.
When you're writing that, how difficult is it to really keep your finger on the pulse of what's actually going on with espionage and like what tools they actually have available? Like, are you making some up?
No, I mean, most of I'm sure there is some extremely high-tech tradecraft going on, right? For sure. Tracking devices and various things, satellite imagery, facial recognition, all of these things. But a lot of it's also very low-tech by design because it's harder to trace, right? And it's a lot of leverage and manipulation. You're either bribing someone with money or blackmailing them, and that's typically those are the two tools that are being used the most in tradecraft and the spy game, right? That's really it's leveraging individuals, and they're all doing it. Everybody, right? Every single. And then if you look at some of the, and again, I'm not getting on any completely apolitical, but from a tradecraft standpoint, what the Mossad was able to do with all those fucking cell phones and pagers and shit, like,
nuts.
You want to talk about play the long game. Like, build this dummy company, get all these devices to all of these people who are your enemy, and then start setting them off years later
Crazy.
to detonate. Insanity.
I mean, it's genius. It really is.
Insanity.
Not endorsing it, but just saying.
No, but if you
the actual act of doing it,
to look at
incredible.
the patience and the planning and the risks, and that they were able to execute, that is shocking.
When you saw that in the news, did you think, if I wrote that, no one would fucking buy it?
Dude, I do that all the time with the news. The Maduro raid. If I had written that,
Right.
no one would. No.
Right. They'd be like, that's too simple. The
Yeah.
fuck out of here. That's not how it goes down.
Yeah.
Even the Bin Laden raid, a helicopter crashed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fact that they were able to, and I know it wasn't as smooth as it was led on to be, but the fact that no one died, not an American invading the Venezuelan military base in the middle of Caracas, it's fucking insane.
It seems like it went pretty smooth. Do you think it went less smooth than they're saying?
I'm sure that there's elements of, like, I'm sure, right? I don't know how many. The one thing I've learned with all my research into the military is any of these operations, there's actually a line in the upcoming Lioness where someone says, "Did it go smooth?" And the guy says, "Well, smooth as these things go." Right? Because just by the very nature, you start sticking a bunch of people in helicopters with guns, and shit's going to happen. All right. But the fact that there were no casualties, that no one was killed, no American was killed, is incredible.
Yeah, it is incredible. It's pretty groundbreaking. Like, this is a new benchmark for what could be possible in terms of an invasion, at least of a third world country. It's just shocking, the difference in the technology that the United States possessed versus them.
Well,
and whether or not they were even available, that stuff was available.
Yeah, war is going to change very, very quickly. With drones, AI and drones are going to alter the landscape of war. We're getting real close to some Terminator shit.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying that like it's a good thing.
No,
it's a very, very. You talk about adolescence of us as a species. We're seeing an adolescence in the teenage years of a new type of warfare, and when it grows up, it is going to be a beast. And I just think about it. You can now they've got drones that are the size of airplanes. They can have a payload that is devastating, right? Beyond just simply a Predator drone that's got a couple of Hellfire missiles or whatever it may have. And someone sitting in a Connex in the desert in Nevada can fly that thing halfway around the world, or don't have anyone fly it, pre-program it, and the thing flies itself. And that's, you give the drone a mission and send the drone off to do the mission, and it's fully automated.
Yeah.
And that's some terrifying shit.
I bet that's a lot of what this UAP shit is too. I bet it's experimenting with that type of technology with some sort of a novel propulsion system. Because they were working on novel propulsion systems way back in the 50s and the 60s. They were working on anti-gravity in the 60s.
I don't think we're there.
I don't know.
I don't think we're there.
I don't know. I don't know where we're at.
I don't either.
I don't know where we're at, but I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced that they haven't done something. In fact, Eric Weinstein makes some really interesting connections between, there's a college in upstate New York, a university in upstate New York that has a very overqualified physics department, and it's connected to a hedge fund that does bigger than Bernie Madoff type numbers. And he's like, the whole thing stinks to high heaven. And he goes, and I have a feeling that there's some sort of an undisclosed or a top secret top secret access program that's going on.
Oh, I can promise you there's something.
Yeah.
I've always thought a possible solution to petroleum as far as transportation goes, and I've wondered why they've never tried it, is using magnetic force. Right? If you take a positive and negative charge, and they're going to come together. If you take a positive and positive or negative and negative, they're going to, I'm no fucking scientist, but it's going to repel, right? We've taken magnets and they push each other away. Well, how can we not use that if you had a vehicle and the base of it is essentially a positive charge or a negative, whatever it takes to make the magnets repel, and then your road base was essentially the similarly charged metal, wouldn't that make it so much?
Wouldn't you have to redo all the roads to make something like that real?
Or put it in the road?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it certainly could be a potential source of transportation for the future. But I think the things that they're doing now probably relates to some sort of anti-gravity propulsion system. And then there was that, I'm sure you're aware of this, all those scientists that went missing or wound up being murdered.
Yeah, dude.
How fucking sketchy is that?
It's
a coincidence.
From Los Alamos, all up there at the nuclear, yeah.
Coincidence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? I mean, who knows what the fuck those people are working on, and whether or not they made breakthroughs and they don't want other people to know, or whether or not they want to stop the breakthrough because they're aligned with whatever the conventional propulsion systems are and they don't want to lose money. This thing makes them obsolete. They can set back the science for a few years.
Or is it tradecraft? Is it Russian or Chinese or Iranian?
Could be that easy. Yeah. Oh, sure. And that's the other thing that Weinstein was saying is like it's really shocking how little these incredibly important scientists are protected.
Yeah.
They're just fucking driving their Volvo to the university and working on top secret shit.
Yeah.
And no one's making sure they don't get whacked by China.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd be curious. And when they look into that, what was it, 11 of them in a year?
15 over a course of a few years, and some of them people are not, they're going, this could be coincidence, but there's a few of them where it's like, okay, these people, like this lady was specifically working on spacecraft metallurgy, this guy was specifically working on cold fusion, this guy was specifically, like there's a bunch of them where you go, okay, something's weird here.
Yeah.
Well, enough to the fact that the government's looking into it. They're like, okay, there might be something here. So the Justice Department's investigating it. They're trying to figure out what the connection is and what could have happened. But it's hard after the fact to try to figure out who did something, especially if somebody got hired from another country. Like, they're not going to tell you. Like, how are you going to know? You didn't catch him? Did you not catch him when they killed the guy? Okay, well, you're probably fucked.
Yeah. 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 It's 15.
Yeah.
And they're all from that area, aren't they? Los Alamos? Around?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I think that's part of the problem. It's like whenever you have a thing like this where people start looking for connections, they can make some connections that aren't necessarily valid. And so, like, let's say if there's 15, let's say 10 of them are bullshit.
Yeah.
That means 5 aren't bullshit. If that's true, that's a lot. It's 5 super fucking brilliant people that got whacked.
Yeah. And it's interesting that you'd have that many in this specific field in this period of time.
Yeah.
And they're not, I would think of a scientist as being pretty fucking healthy, right? And
I don't know about that. I think a lot of them are just in their own head, and they're probably not even paying attention to their body.
Did they all disappear?
Different people died from different things, and one of the weirder ones was this one lady who was, I think she's the metallurgy lady, where she was hiking with her friend, and they were just hiking together, and the friend turned around to talk to her, and she was gone. And she was just behind her like 30 seconds before. They couldn't find her. They brought in cadaver dogs. They brought in search parties. Never found her. And I think they might have found her body recently. I think there was a report a few days ago that they might have found her body.
I'd be looking real close at the friend. That's just me.
Right.
That's just me.
As a guy who writes scripts.
Hey, so me and Joe went for a hike. I turned around. That fucker's gone.
Hey, I don't know what happened.
I looked everywhere for him.
I swear, I had just talked to him 30 seconds ago.
And he's just not there.
No sign of struggle. It's weird. Yeah. Yeah, like a husband and wife go hiking, and the lady falls off the cliff. They're like, hey, buddy.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened? You guys arguing? Can I see your text messages?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or the one that just fell off the boat.
Oh, what happened there?
I don't want to say it wrong, but I think she it was out in the Bahamas. I read about it. She
Was it a cruise ship one?
no. It was him and his lady, and they're out on a sailboat or something. And
Oh, she
I
whooped,
think the thing
fell
was,
off the side.
yeah, he had to, something weird.
What goes
They're
all
not
the,
they're not buying it.
It goes all the way back to the Natalie Wood story. You ever look into that one?
Oh yeah, that's right. Her and Walken and Robert Wagner on the.
Yeah. And
Was that
Robert
right?
Wagner and her had a big fight, apparently.
And then she just.
Whoops.
Yep.
Not the same person as the metallurgy.
Oh, which one is this lady? But she was one of the scientists, correct? I believe she was one of the missing scientists.
She was definitely missing for a year.
Which one was she?
I mean, I don't know I don't know which ones are.
What was her specialty?
Doesn't it just she's a missing lab worker?
Does it say what she worked on?
Nope.
No. Administrative assistant. Yeah, I remember this lady. Yeah.
The other one was her name is Reza.
And the Reza one, that lady, she was the one that has the. So she served as the director of NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory, and she was in the materials processing group. She specialized in burn-resistant, high-strength metal alloys and rocket propulsion metals. And wasn't she one that had like some weird videos where she had made? I don't know. Anyway, the whole thing's creepy as fuck.
Wild. And she was hiking in the Angeles National Forest
Yeah.
outside of Pasadena.
Yeah.
That could actually be a fucking mountain lion,
It could be.
you know?
Or it could be a lady who's working on top secret rocket propulsion fucking metals.
Yeah.
And they're like, this lady's a problem.
Wasn't there some town? I want to say it's Arcadia in California. The mayor of that city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arcadia.
Yeah.
She was a Chinese spy.
I would have to think how many people have you recruited that you finally go, well, fuck it, let's try and get the mayor of Arcadia. We got everybody else.
Yeah, they probably like worked her into position to run as mayor, you know? I mean,
And then with the hopes of, she was relatively young, right? Maybe you go run for a state rep and then you run for Congress and
be the fucking president.
there was a thing in the 70s called Abscam. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Where there were all of these politicians, a few congressmen, some state reps, and they were all like Russian spies, or at least on the take.
Right.
Right. All
Yeah.
of them, Soviet spies. Yeah.
Did you ever see that show, The Americans?
Uh-uh.
I didn't either, but I heard it was great. It was
Yeah,
all
I
about
heard that
sleeper
too.
cell Russian family that was pretending to be normal.
Yeah. That's fascinating.
Yeah, that's real. They did that. They really had Russian agents pretending to be American citizens.
Oh, I wouldn't say had. I would say have.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, and Chinese. Yeah,
For sure.
For sure.
100%.
Yeah,
No, plenty of them.
100%.
Yeah.
Boy, how many Israeli agents are in Hezbollah or in Hamas? Like, probably.
Or in the IRGC.
Yeah, probably. They probably got a bunch of those guys in there.
100%.
Yeah. It's just wild.
Fucking, it's tradecraft, man. That's
Yeah.
a fucking whole other thing.
How hard is it to write about that stuff and, like, get it right, to get it accurate?
I mean, I don't know. You speculate a lot and you look at the past, right? Because there's been enough. It's funny because when they get caught, it's never that big a deal. Like there are always some. It doesn't, for whatever reason, the news doesn't. We could pull it up. There's been any number of Chinese scientists over here, and they were stealing this, and they caught them doing this. It happens all the time.
See the ones that got caught trying to bring in they're trying to bring in, what were they trying to bring in? Diseases or something?
I was looking. There's another one in Vegas recently, but it's like they have these bio labs that are like being run out of like an apartment or something.
CCP-linked biolabs in American soil exposes major biosecurity gaps. Policymakers must act to improve oversight in biological research activity. Wasn't there a guy that got busted that was an Israeli agent and he got released and he
That's
took
the
off?
one I think was in Vegas. I was
Yeah.
trying to pull that up.
That's the one in Vegas. Yeah, so this guy, he had all these fucking diseases in his garage.
1,200 samples.
Conclusion: It's conclusion of the FBI lab that the community could not be harmed by what was contained in that lab. What? Finding possible biological laboratory in a garage. Inside, investigators found refrigerators with vials containing unknown liquids. Police said in the immediate aftermath, the home is also operated as an unlicensed short-term rental. What is this fucking guy doing? Why? So the question, scroll up. Yeah, it says the question is, why does somebody have these materials in a private residence? It's not a doctor, not a lab, not a licensed medical facility of any sort. And then homeboy got released.
Yeah, but check out the names on some of the vials.
Oh, boy. They located pathogen-labeled containers with labels such as dengue fever, HIV, and malaria, along with 1,000 mice, or according to a federal report. Federal government never tested the items, and the CDC only made its determination based on the labeling. What? What the fuck? So in that case, Chinese citizen David He faces federal charges for allegedly manufacturing and distributing misbranded medical devices.
He does not face charges.
He does not face charges connected to the Las Vegas raid, and a trial in California was scheduled for April. What the fuck? Just a bunch of vials of HIV and AIDS and fucking dengue fever and malaria. No worries.
Jesus.
Normal. So what was the Israeli guy? The guy who owned the lab. There was like an Israeli guy who they caught who owned, and then they released him, and he went back to Israel. And everybody's like, hey. What?
It's the same case, I think. It says feds drop case against man arrested in Las Vegas biolab investigation.
What's his name?
Ori Solomon.
Oh, Ori. What were you doing? Ori. Ori, why do you have the HIV, Ori? There he is. Feds drop case against man arrested in Las Vegas biolab investigation. Yeah, I mean, why investigate? Let it go, guys. No big deal.
He was only charged with illegal possession of a firearm in Nevada.
His immigration status precluded him from owning or possessing a gun. Well, listen, if he doesn't have a gun, how the fuck is he going to defend all his malaria? People try to steal malaria, bro. Got to be careful. Oh, boy.
Yeah, this doesn't... Seems like someone made that go
There's
away.
too much fucking shit in the world to pay attention to, and too much of it is so disheartening. The more you look into it, the more you're like, is it all fucked? Is the whole world fucked? Like, what is going on?
And my guess is because there are so many different two things, right? There's so many different. There's no secrets with the internet and social media and phones. Shit's getting out, but it's also getting out at such a volume that none of it seems to have an impact.
Right. Right.
There's just so much.
Right.
Think about that in the 1990s.
Right.
They're talking about that on Nightline and this and that and Meet the Press and Chinese spy. This is Israeli. You know. That's news. But now it's just another.
The news cycle's a flood. It's like you drop a rose petal in the river while a flood's going by. Like it's gone.
Yeah.
It's here. It's gone.
And it's a sensory overload, and and people are tuning it all out.
They're tuning it all out also because nothing ever gets done. Nothing happens. And the more people like that get released, the more people they throw their hands in the air. They'd rather just watch sports.
Yeah. Yeah. Just forget about it. Yeah.
Well,
I can't believe Simon & Schuster didn't send you my book.
yeah. Well, I don't know what happened. But I'll listen to it on audio tape. I'm glad you did the audio tape, though.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah. Pull up you're going to fucking love it. It's oddly entertaining and informative.
How did you have the time to write a book?
So what?
You're writing 150 different TV shows.
So you know what it is. Do you know anything about it?
No.
Pull it up. I'm going to try and, I don't even want to tell you what it's called. I just want you to see the title.
How to Not Die in Prison.
I told you you're going to like it. So here's the deal. So when I lived in LA, there was a gym on Beverly Boulevard, right at like Beverly and Sweetser, and everybody called it Buns on Beverly because they had all the the treadmills kind of right up there, and all the girls are there. And if you get stuck in traffic, you're staring at all their asses. And that was my gym. So me and a buddy of mine shared an apartment together, and we'd jog down there and work out every day. And there was this dude that showed up and started working out in there, and this dude was jacked, but different than like the West Hollywood fit. Like this fucker was yoked and had all these crazy tattoos on him. And we became kind of like friendly, and ended up kind of becoming friends. And his name's Tom Nelson. And one day I'm like, hey, so what have you been doing? He goes, well, I'm going to start personal training here. I was working over at the vitamin shop. Guy's like in his 40s. I'm like, vitamin shop in your 40s? That's kind of weird. And I said, yeah. Have you always lived in California? He's like, well, I've been here 19 years, 20 years. Yeah. I said, where are you from? Somewhere in the Southeast. I said, you always live in LA? He goes, well, no, I just got to LA. See, I've been in prison. I said, oh, how long? 17 years. I said, oh, and I didn't ask anything else, right? He does become a personal trainer, and I'd see him over. Well, one day we have lunch and we're bullshitting, and I'm like, so what? Tell me the deal. He's like, oh, I was a fucking criminal, dude, like a real criminal, like biggest drug dealer in Hollywood, and armed robbery, and ran over a DEA agent. Like I was a fucking criminal. But now, when I was in, I discovered, fitness. I started working out, and I'm like, when I get out, I'm gonna, he got himself in good shape. I'm gonna start. This is my passion. I'm gonna do this. So he was a trainer there for a while, and then he opened his own personal training gym, and I would go work out over there and hang out with him. He's a cool fucking dude, and it became the biggest private training gym independent in Hollywood. So I go off and I start writing, and I'm shooting Yellowstone, and he reaches out and he goes, hey, I wrote a movie about my life. I'm gonna send it to you. So he sends it to me, and I read it, and it's actually pretty good. But it's sort of a fun 90s kind of. They don't make movies like this anymore. It's like it's The Rock, but we're celebrating the guy, the fucking criminal. But it was good. I said, hey, I'll pass it on to some producers, but nothing ever happened with it. Anyway, so COVID happens. I'm stuck up on this ranch in Montana, and I call him and I say, Tom, where do you get your gym equipment from? Because I need to build a gym, because we can't go to a gym. I can't leave the ranch. COVID restrictions, the whole fucking cast is stuck on that ranch. And he said, they shut my gym down, dude. So, I'll sell you anything you want. So I sent a flatbed trailer to LA and picked up a pile of gym equipment from him. And didn't hear from him again. He calls me maybe 18 months ago, 2 years. And I answer, and he's like, hey man, I'm in a bad way. I'm like, what's the deal? He goes, he's a single father. I got a 5-year-old kid. I got fucking colon cancer. I'm fucking dying, and I'm tapped out, dude. I'm a fucking 60-year-old fella, and I can't get a job. I can't do anything. Is there any work on your movies or anything that I could do? And I said, well, first, colon cancer, how bad? Like, what stage? What's this? He goes, I don't know. They saw it on an x-ray and diagnosed me. And I said, well, let's deal with that shit first. So I fly him to Texas, where I know people, and I get him in, and he sees a doctor. And fortunately, the mass wasn't cancer. So they help him out, do the surgery, get that done. And then I say, well, I get you a job on a movie, but it doesn't pay very good, and the hours are shit, and you've got a 5-year-old daughter. To just be a production assistant or something is not going to pay enough to it's not that's not a plan, right? He goes, you think you could just spot me for a few months while I try and figure shit out? And I said, I have 100% failure rate of loaning money to friends. It doesn't work, right? I'm not a bank, and buying you 90 days ain't gonna fucking help. So, but let me think of something. And so it doesn't take me very long, and I'm thinking, here's a guy who spent 17 years in prison, and you know what I've never read? I've never read a how to not fucking die, a travel guide to prison. So I call him back and I go, I got it, Tom. We're going to write a book about my life. Kinda. We're going to write a travel guide to prison for the accidental inmate, right? Somebody who fucks up and they end up and they don't know how to navigate this place. He goes, a travel guide. I said, I'm going to send you. So I bought a bunch of Lonely Planet travel guide to Thailand and Mexico. And I said, look at these, right? It breaks it down. It tells you an overview of the country. Then it gives you a glossary of the terms. They teach you the language. They talk about the food. They talk about where you stay. They talk about navigating the country. We're going to do that for prison. And he goes, I'm in. I said, great. I'm going to write all the intros. I'll build the structure and walk you through it. And you're going to, so it's literally a travel guide to prison. And it walks you through day one, how to navigate the yard, being processed in, the food, the commissary, the gangs, the diseases, prison riots, how to get a job in there, how to fucking make a shiv, how to do everything.
Whoa.
It is a tour guide to prison.
How many pages?
A couple hundred.
It sounds awesome.
It's the
I
craziest.
hope I never need it.
No. Well,
Most people who read it hope they never need it.
I'm going to guess 99% of the people who do read it, the one thing it'll do is tell you, you don't ever want to fucking go there. That's for sure, right? And typically if someone's going there, I even say in the intro, I'm like, if you're buying this book because you're going to prison, finish the book before you get to prison. Do not bring this book with you to prison or you'll die on fucking day one. So leave the book at home. But yeah, so then we did. I took we wrote 3 chapters of it. I took it out, and Simon & Schuster read it, flipped, and me and Tom got a book deal. So
that's awesome.
So he was able to sit with me, and we wrote it, and he was able to take care of his kid, and
that's very cool.
Yeah,
good for you, man, for doing that. That's really awesome that you did that.
Yeah,
Because I know you're busy as shit. Like you having another project on your plate, not fun probably. That's awesome.
That one was a lot of fun, right?
Yeah, but not fun to take something else on. I mean, I'm sure you're.
Yeah, but it was a very entertaining diversion from my other. I can bitch about my other job, right? Bitch about something on Landman or whatever, and then I'm going to sit down and we're writing about smallpox today. Okay, there's some perspective. It's not quite so bad that Billy Bob is an hour late to work, which he's never an hour late to work, but you get my point.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's a sobering thing. That's a broken system. You want to talk about a broken fucking system?
Yeah.
The prison
I've had the guy
system
on
is
from the
broken.
Alabama Solution on. The guy who did that documentary on
Yep.
the Alabama prison system. It's fucking heartbreaking, man. Heartbreaking.
I used to be roommates with the guy that edited all of those Locked Up. He would go and film those Locked Up. Remember those?
Yeah.
Go to Folsom and Corcoran and all these prisons. Just, dude, it's
Tell.
rough and not designed to rehabilitate, right?
At all.
It's an institution that guarantees you're a criminal when you come out. That's what you'll be. If you weren't a criminal when you went in, which you clearly committed a crime and got convicted, but you're going to be a fucking criminal when you come out. Like the guys like Tom, who, there's an 80-something% recidivism rate in the U.S. So for a guy to get out of prison and not go back to prison, the odds are fucking 4-1 against you. Like it's
At least.
yeah.
It's probably higher than that, right?
I think it's 80-something%, 86, 80. Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah. It's brutal. It's brutal.
Well, I'm glad you wrote it.
Yeah.
I'll read it. I promise.
Listen.
I'm going to listen to it. I'll listen to it in the sauna.
There you go.
Thanks for everything, man. Thanks for all the awesome shows. It's been great watching them.
Dude, thanks for watching.
You're the man.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Great
you.
to see
Appreciate
you.
a
Do
guy
we have
that...
time to talk about one more thing?
Sure.
That UFC 250.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Justin Gaethje, dude.
Yeah, I just had him on.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it
I
was
know.
incredible.
I saw him. Remember when I bumped into you at that fight in Vegas? That's the first time I'd seen him live. And I go to a bunch of prize fights. I love boxing. And I'm watching that guy. If he had decided to be a professional boxer, his striking is that level. Like that dude, he went to work on that guy.
Now I'm glad he's a MMA fighter because he started out as an All-American wrestler in Division I. He's like He's just a great athlete all across the board, and just his particular style of aggression is so well suited for MMA.
Oh yeah,
It's just
it's shocking that he's that good a striker and he was a wrestler.
I know. He's just a wild motherfucker, like across the board. But for him to pull that off the way he did at the White House was nuts. I mean, some books had him a 6-1 underdog.
Yeah.
And Ilia Topuria is so fucking good.
Yeah.
He's so good. And he had him in sick trouble in that second round. I watched it again yesterday. The second round was brutal. I mean, Ilia was just destroying his liver.
Yeah, almost put him down.
Yeah. But even in the second round, he still bloodied Ilia up. His face was busted up. Like, he was getting the most damage to Ilia's face. And that was a giant factor in the fight. Because I don't know what the accuracy of these reports are, but what's being reported is that he had 2 broken orbital bones and a broken nose. So both his eyes were broken and his nose was broken. And Justin was here a couple days later and he looked great. It's just nuts. It's just like, he's very deceptively good at rolling with shots, and he's fucking durable as hell, and just very clever in how he sets things up and where he finds openings. And one of the things he kept getting off is this: he does a collar tie into an uppercut, and he got that off multiple shots. He did that with Fiziev too. He's really good with that move. He's a beast, man. I'm just so happy for him to win. I'm a giant Ilia Topuria fan as well, and I think he'll be back better than ever. And I think sometimes a loss is like one of the most important things a fighter can ever have, because they realize like you can be beat, and you need to know that you're a human. You need to know that you can't just throw caution to the wind sometimes and just engage in these wild scraps. Sometimes you have to be a little bit more tactical, and sometimes you got to realize like you can't take everybody out, and that's the case with Justin. They couldn't take him out. And he almost did in the second round.
Yeah.
Got real fucking close. Real close. But,
That freaking Justin, he can time that transfer of power to right at the end of the punch. Mm-hmm. And just his hands are so heavy.
Yeah. Everybody says that too. Everybody who he's fought has said he's one of the hardest guys that's ever hit them, including Khabib, who's one of the all-time greats. Said Justin hit him harder than anybody.
Yeah.
He's a fucking animal.
Yeah, it was impressive, man.
I mean, the fight was like to be there at the White House while that was going on, and to have Justin so happy. Like, there's something about a guy winning who's an underdog that is just so fucking inspiring.
He didn't look like an underdog that night.
No, he did not. After the second round, he didn't. Especially the third. Once the third rolled around, he dropped him, and then he got a head and arm and snatched him down to the ground. I was like, holy shit, man, He's fucking dominating him. This is crazy.
Yeah.
It was wild to watch.
It was wild.
It was awesome, though.
It was fantastic.
Should have been there live.
Man, that would have been a good one.
Oh, it was crazy. It was crazy to be there live. It just felt surreal. I mean, they had a flyover. They had all
I
the
saw
fucking jets
that.
together.
8 jets come shooting over.
Bro, they were like separated by like that far from each other. I don't know how the fuck those guys do that. It was incredible. Incredible.
Yeah.
Well,
that was awesome.
Thanks, brother. Once again, the book is called How to Not Die in Prison.
Yeah.
And available now, audiobook, everything.
Yep.
Thank you.
Awesome, buddy. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.